Hello, welcome. My name is Sheep Thief, and today I'll be coming at you with a Warno 1v1 online replay computer game gameplay analysis. Welcome to this Warno 1v1 YouTube video. So we're doing a replay of a game between myself playing the 11th Armored Cav versus Hoden Verstumalung 90. It was a good game, it was a bloody game, and I won't spoil it. But we both had very different deployments here. I've got two M1A1 ACAVs and these M3A2 Bradleys, and then some flash engineers to hold this, and a command Abrams to take some points, and some pivads to shoot down helicopters. Hoden Verstumalung has a much more varied looking thing. I don't know the Soviet stuff that well, so forgive me if I miss stuff. He has a KPZ T-72, a pivad of his own, I think, and some ATGMs, some recon vehicles, that might just be a recon unit, some recon heading up there, just like stuff, and a command vehicle over there. And then a field depot. Anyway, let's go. So I push forward. This map is weird because you can both reach this area very quickly. My goal here was to have these vehicles come and kind of pincer in if he was pushing for this. I didn't quite know what his thing does. It's the 7th Panzer Division. I think it's an East German thing, but I don't really know. These are like German. I recognize these from Steel Division. So it must be like one of these cracked out, like, ghetto ass East German things. So, what is happening? He took a much more varied approach to this. My M1A1 ACAVs come down the center, or come down for this point. I completely neglect this point, preferring to try to ambush as much of this as possible. In retrospect, I sort of wish I hadn't done the flash engineers. Although, I don't know, maybe, because if he'd pushed for this, they would have been useful, but in retrospect, I should have done the something different. So the M1A1 ACAV opens up on this, wagon. My Bradley survives a shot, gets an ATGM off, and then I pop smoke. I should have let that hit before I did that. That's one thing I went wrong. An ATGM opens up on my Bradley. I think I pull it back. I pull them both back. So far this isn't looking too good for me. It actually felt kind of good because I was getting shots off, but... So then this M3A2 does get another shot off, and this ATGM misses. Meanwhile, he's pouring in there. I send a sniper over there just to like at least have vision over there. And I'm really trying to focus on winning this engagement here, but I guess we got the tank. We did win this tank engagement. These Sikrarung, or whatever they're called, are pushing through the forest here. These have had to back up. And while we've sort of won the battle here, we have not won the war. He is fully entrenched over here. He's got the points. He's got a tick. My M3A2 Bradley pushes up and gets more shots off on these, I forget what that's called, a something wagon, SPWs. This ATGM opens up on the M1A1 ACAV. We get a shot off. We get suppressed, but I chicken out and back up. These Sikarung come up and we unload. And some damage is done on the M3A2 Bradley. ATGM reaches it. ATGM reaches the M1A1 ACAV. I pop smoke and back off. This M1A1 is in good position to open up on the Sikarung. But all the while, this East German spam is building. M1A1 gets stunned by this ATGM. Again, I needed to have infantry or like a sniper. There's a sniper here, but he's in the wrong position. It would have been better right here, for sure. So that's bad on my part. This Bradley pulls back to get repairs. The M1A1 ACAV is sort of in a defensive position. And yeah, it really looks like my sort of infrastructure here is not good. Like my infantry positioning is really bad. I need to micro these cities way better. It just feels like I get shot to death as soon as I pull into these front things. And he has like a thing there, but even like here would be good. So I bring Logi up to replenish these. These dismount troopers pull off, but then they come under fire from these Seekerung. They are like really low health, but they're in cover and mine aren't. And these already have sort of a low health. The ACAV takes care of them though. But meanwhile, a KPZ T-72 is coming forward. The M1A1 ACAV is under ATGM fire, but backs off in time. Dismount troopers come under fire from this tank. I have a command M1A1 pulling up to both of these points to try to stabilize the point situation. I push forward the pivads to try to take out this this helicopter. They get some good shots off and stun it, but they can't kill it. I think maybe if I had 3, if they work in pairs of 3, maybe that would be better. And yeah, like this is the first time I haven't seen this replay, so I'm surprised at how few ATGMs there actually are. It felt like there were a literal unlimited amount of them whenever I pushed forward. And I needed to get like a decisive push in here, like right now. But I don't think I even could. I don't have any Abrams. What I was thinking is I'm gonna sit back and build Abrams, and if he pushes into me, I'll kill him. The M1 ACAV opens up on the Seekerung. This Milan is, or sorry, ATGM is out of ammo. Seekerung's getting hit. M3A2 Bradley opens up on this BMP, which pops smoke. This Command Abrams has somehow taken fire and wins a engagement with the T-72. And there's a sort of push with infantry here, which gets sort of enveloping, what's the word for this? In military speak, there's a word for this. I forget. M1A1 ACAV wins another T-72 is destroyed, and at this point I'm feeling pretty good because he's like pushing forward into this situation here. The M1A1 is still taking ATGM fire from a long way away. Now back up. Finally I have a sniper here, but again not in great position. It'd be better if I had like dismounted troopers right here, then I could really kind of put the hurt on. Definitely weak over here, but he sees that and sends these shoots into the forest to try to clear it out. These are good troops. As you can see, they're running along through the forest. And the build up here continues, just a bunch of infantry. At this point, I'm like fully invested in trying to just break him down in here, but at no point am I feeling like able to decisively push forward. Laser guided bomb comes forward, takes out a BMP, but it takes a lot of damage. There's a buildup of AA in here. Sniper's definitely hurting him. Dismounted troops get into a fight with the Schutzen and I pull out. And maybe a little impatiently here, send forward M1A1 and Bradley to try to deal with this. And just don't get good vision. Like I can't get vision here. I needed to push like here. That is, he has like perfectly positioned that unit, so that like I can't see him from that forest. My Bradley goes down. My pivots push forward, not sure what they were doing, and they get hit by ATGM fire. Very nice shot through this like fence here. And then the Schutzen are allowed to move forward and I lose control of this forest. In retrospect, I should have sent some kind of close quarters infantry to infest this forest. But yeah, again, just sort of a build up. I think I could maybe push this up. ATGM goes for my M1A1 ACAV, and I pop smoke, but not before a T-72 kills it. This M1A1 Abrams is like, just now I'm the one getting enveloped by all this spam, and it's starting to feel bad. The sniper is just continuously causing trouble, or at least it's always firing. This laser guided bomb comes forward and fails to kill a T-72. M1A1 Abrams gets hit by this ATGM, and I pull it back. M3A2 Bradley opens up, gets a nice hit on the T-72. I pull back from the ATGM fire, which misses. Meanwhile, the T-72 does pull back. One thing I'm confused about in this game is how these tanks are going through forests like this. So they're two very wounded T-72s. Artillery is starting to come in. These look like rockets. We can get some cinematic shots. Starting to kind of bombard this light forest over here. And it's causing trouble. It's doing damage to Bradley. Fire opens up. Somehow my M1A1 in recon went down right there. I have to pull out of this forest because of the artillery barrage, and he pushes forward very confidently into this. Dismount troopers are not looking good, and they try to mount a resistance with the shoots and just spray them down in the open field into the forest. M1 Abrams in the back to save the day, and it just really can't get its shot. We can't catch a break with these shots to the frontal armor of the T-72s. A laser guided bomb does eventually kill it. The buildup of anti-air is starting to be a problem. It's an even tick. But now the Schutzen have infested this left flank. ATGM opens up on the Abram, but it goes down. The M1A1 ACAV opens up on this infantry that's ended up over here. The sniper is causing troubles. And the M1A1 ACAV is landing hits, but just not doing much damage. Sort of used to, in Steel Division 2, more damage being done by tanks to infantry. T-72 and M1A1 ACAV start to have a duel. Or actually I take that back, I don't see him. And I have to pop smoke and try to get out of there. The sniper without the tank is overwhelmed, but an AH-1F Cobra pops up out of the sky and finishes off some of those infantry. Continues to hang out there. At this point, I remember feeling okay. I thought I was doing well. 1A1 opens up, takes out a vehicle there. ATGM fires at nothing. M1A1 is a little bit out of position here. Really, I think what needs to be happening is pushing around here so I can get that envelopment again. My opponent has good recon coverage over here. Vehicle and a infantry unit pushing forward with Schutzen over here, probing. Backups of BMPs and T-72s. The Cobra opens up on a Seekerung and takes it down again. And at this point I should be landing it because... well, actually there's no reason to land it yet, but as you can see the AA is moving forward. Let's take this moment to really quick get a look at what we can each see. I can see this. I know that there are things over there. I think one thing that is going on is a very serious lack of recon. I've seen this against other players that I've played.
Enemy at 3 o'clock high.
Meanwhile, my opponent also doesn't have very good vision. There's a guided bomb. Does damage to that, but splashes into the ocean as the buildup of AA has reached a critical mass, and because I don't have any artillery in my deck, which I don't know if that's a noob maneuver or not, whether or not that is the case, I have no way of punishing this huge buildup. As a matter of fact, I'm sort of on the back foot. Anti-tank helicopter stuns the T-72, which pops smoke. M1 Abrams and M3A2 Bradley start to open fire on the Schutzen, but the vision just isn't there. And then Pivad fire opens up on the Cobra, which tries to land and is overwhelmed, spinning out of control, and dying. The Cobra pulls back, barely. M3A2 Bradley takes a shot at the Pivad but misses. Or it doesn't do enough damage. T-72 opens up and this ATGM fizzles out. A continuous build-up. God damn it. No. I'm so tired of people spamming my phone, it's actually crazy. LGB comes in. Definitely a mistake given that I already figured out this lesson beforehand. A light vehicle is taken down. Siad baits out a fighter which flies over my anti-air and goes down. The battle is starting to pick up. T-72 and the M1A1 have a fight, which we win. This M1A1 ACAV comes under fire from some ATGMs. This M1A1 is not able to assist. Just the difference in vision is crazy. M1A1 opens up on this T-72, scores some good hits. This Moto Schutzen gets in range of my M1A1 Abrams, and then an ATGM takes care of that one as its side is facing this infantry. Definitely a giant misplay, needed to get infantry in there really badly. ATGM opens up on the M1 Abrams, which fires and stunned. ATGM hits numerous ATGMs, opening up on the M1 Abrams. Smoke comes forward and the tank backs off. Definitely a good waste of the opponent's ammo, but it came at the expense of a serious misplay over here, with essentially the loss of 2 M1A1 Abrams. One of numerous misplays on the right flank of this point. The buildup of anti-air is huge at this point. in retrospect, having better vision like here, I could have seen these two things. Maybe gone for a build up in here that wraps around. There's so many of these BMPs. Also, I should have done the Panzer Grenadier Martyrs. I forgot that I added them to the deck, and that would have been really good for setting up my own ATGM spam. Speed it up a little bit. No, we won't. My Cobra comes under fire from a Soviet SAM team, and there's a push forward of infantry. The sniper finally goes down, and because of that, he is permitted to push into this area. The engineers should have definitely pushed forward. And it looks like there's a general advance on the part of the Eastern player. ATGM does reach this unit. The Schutzen are pushed off by a Cobra. One Abrams gets just like 5 ATGMs coming in. Has to pop smoke in the back. Rocket fire lands into the city. In the back line of the city, and fire erupts over this street. Smoke and flames everywhere. It's a mess. SM3A2 Bradley sees something over here. What's it see? Whatever it saw, it lost it. It's mounted troopers taking a withering amount of fire, and there's not a good way to respond to this. M3A2 Bradley takes out a BMP. SM1A1 Abrams is woefully out of position. Oh, but it's going for these anti-air installations here, but it's stunned and is opened up to another. God damn it! God damn it! Stop fucking spamming me. Opened up to just serious amounts of ATGM fire and explodes. These helicopters are doing serious damage to this infantry down here. I think I've started to kind of figure out how to use the helicopters. These ATGMs are just flying across the map, taking out light vehicles like crazy. Something starts to put them under fire. Is it this thing? Yes, it is. Flares come out. I should be dropping these. But there's actually a massacre because of these. And now it's out of ammo and out of flares, and I should just be dropping it. I don't know what I was doing. Our SEAD is taking some fire. A10 Warthog comes in to try to do some damage to this tank, but there's a serious amount of anti-air infrastructure in this area. But it gets away decently unscathed, honestly. This helicopter does go down to this unit that's just far away on the map. Another rocket barrage. It's right on top of these tanks. Kills one. Stuns the other. Serious problem. Two of them, and he's moving them afterwards, which I think is the correct thing to do. Lots and lots of anti-air. And I am being pushed back in this city by just the sheer weight of East German Soviet power. One Abrams gets opened up on by EMPs, back it off into the city. Still makes it through the city. Good shot by that East German or Soviet soldier. Another vehicle is taken out here. This whole area is filled with broken down, flaming vehicles. The town is on fire. It is a real mess. World War III. Who would have thought World War III would be so horrible? Flash engineers start fighting bravely, but they have been broken down. Another sniper squad is sort of out of position. This M1A1 Abrams pokes its head out, takes a nice shot at the T-72, but ATGMs are incoming, and smoke has to be deployed. A-10 rocket helicopter ends up in the wrong place and explodes. And the American position is starting to look a little bit... This SEAD barely makes it out alive, having done little damage to this anti-air. I was fully unaware of how much anti-air spam was going on. This Warhawk goes for a shot, doesn't even make it. Turn run, explodes everywhere. Meanwhile, German infantry continues to try to push into the town. Rockets fly down. The Soviets are intent on taking this point, and they do not care how many people need to die in order to take it. M1A1 ACAV pushes forward, gets a nice shot off. Multiple nice shots. BMP is hit, but smoke has to be deployed. These units are low. But the Americans can't afford many more losses. ATGM fire is everywhere. The anti-air infrastructure is there. Command tank from this point has to be brought across the field. It's a long trek. East German Soviet infantry has taken up a position in the city, which is now a burning ruin. SEAD sails overhead to try to cause some trouble. Lands right next to the command tank. It's making its way across the field. That would certainly be demoralizing. Air superiority is not there. Damaged M1A1 Abrams push forward from the tree line and try to push back the infantry advance into this frontal assault on the city. Barely any buildings left to hide in. Rocket fire starts to land haphazardly behind the American position, this time missing. I should add that the accuracy of Hodenberg-Stummelung's rocket fire here is certainly to be commended. This strike is a little more accurate, landing in the back line where there's a ton of supply. Numerous units pull back. The Americans are not enjoying that. A single unit of flash engineers barely holding on alongside a sniper, trying to fight these Siegerung as the Soviet East Germans continue to pour in and the flanks continue to deteriorate. Just look at the mass here. Look at the mass of Hohenverstümmelung's units. ATGM hits the M1 Abrams. These Soviet ATGMs are no joke. Smoke is deployed. The command vehicle has reached this left flank, but what can be done against this this position? 1A1 Abrams tries to push back on the right flank. T-72 opens up. Smoke is deployed. 1 Abrams the crew is jarred by the violence of this battle. They managed to pull it together and kill these wagon. 1 Abrams going into the thick of the city. Not great vision in there. Mechanized rifles. I'm not sure what that was aimed at. That was kind of crazy. 1 Abrams versus the T-72. It's a close battle. T-72 keeps missing, so does the M1 Abrams. I'll keep an eye on that. M1 Abrams loses their nerve and routes backwards. M1 Abrams over here comes under fire from this mass of units. And the East German Soviet infantry has burst into the city, just torching the remainder of the American presence there with flamethrowers. These mechanized rifles are not long for this world, and as they go down, the American position is not looking good. American helicopters open up on the Soviet infantry. Losses the Soviets have taken for this town are immense. There's a pushover on the right. Command M1 Abrams, M1A1 ACAV, and a normal M1 Abrams are pushing back. But can this ever really even be stopped? ATGM fire comes around on the right flank and the American position is fully deteriorated. The sort of logistical camp in the back here is now under threat. M1A1s are being flooded into the position. Final attempt to take control of the command sector is in the form of this M1 Abrams. Gets into a fight and comes under withering fire from two T-72s. Auto shoots in. Have their own weapons. They are cleared out, but this fight with the T-72 is not going well. The M1 Abrams goes down, and with it, the last hope of America, or actually, not quite the last, but the prospect of American control of the sector is looking grim. Engineers Dragon are holding on. Some American infantry has managed to get in, a Stinger, and some engineers. Wounded M1 Abrams holds sort of the backbone of it. This fight over here has had to be aborted. The command M1 Abrams is in flames in the middle of a East German field. There's flame and death as far as the eye can see. The Soviets press forward. Pioneer flamethrowers towards the engineer's position. M1 Abrams tries to protect it, but ATGM flanking around the left in a SPW-40 P2 Conquers further outflanks the American position. M1 Abrams over here routes backwards as the M1A1 ACAV comes back to a lone supply depot for repairs. Pioneers go down. Americans seemingly retake control of the sector, but there are 2 Soviet commanders leading from the front as reinforcements pour in. Although, honestly, no, yeah, reinforcements are pouring for sure. Everything is wounded for the Americans, but for the Soviets, new things keep pouring in. Command helicopter is brought forward by the Americans to try to retake control of the sector. Comes under AA fire. Tries to make a landing, which it barely manages to do. The sector is temporarily contested. M1A1 Abrams is just under constant fire. SEAD tries to suppress some of the Soviet anti-air defenses. This command tank tries to push back the Conquerors, does end up killing it. SEAD barely escaping. It's going to be gone for a long time for repairs. And the American command helicopter is destroyed. Most of a Soviet rocket barrage. Warno tries to control the situation on the left flank. Anti-air defenses are too strong. M1A1 ACAV, which has seen combat from the beginning of the game, is still alive. Pushing back and forth, trying its best to hold this left flank. Anti-tank Warthog tries to come in and cause trouble, but the advance is certainly complete at this point. And with that, the Americans decided to just push forward with what they have. Tanks moving forward. Tanks fighting out. Divide goes down. Tank continues to fire. Even though it's barely alive, thanks to the corpse of its brothers. And with that, the last American tank in the city does go down. And the East German capture of the city is complete. So, at this point I surrendered. It felt closer in game. Now, this was the first time I watched that. It felt way closer in game. This is the first time I've fought against an East German. I think this is an East German division. And it was certainly overwhelming. I think I needed to punch harder in the beginning. And I'm not really sure how. I think I should have gotten those martyrs out. The Panzer Grenadier martyr squads. I definitely should have taken up a more offensive position on the perimeter of the city, and then pushed around with my tanks and martyrs and I don't know. This is I've lost all day long with this division, but I find it kind of fun. So, Anyway, we'll take a look at the losses. And also, just to conclude, GG to Hoden Verstumelung. Yeah, he played really well. I think I'd played him earlier in the day and he beat me then as well. But yeah, he was really good with his artillery. He definitely read that I was going to try to spam air at him and like built up his air defenses. And he set up, I think I kind of had an advantage in the beginning with like creating kind of a crescent here. What is the name of that in like infantry attacks? It's called it's essentially an envelopment, but it's where you have like, it's the ideal situation where everyone can fire at the enemy without hitting. Like if you're totally surrounded, then you're gonna hit each other, but it's basically like a crescent is like the ideal thing. And I had that in the beginning, but then it got reversed. His infantry push here was really good. And then I think I had the advantage over here, but I couldn't really capitalize on it. And then eventually got pushed back there. Shout out to this M1A1 ACAV, which survived the entire game. Not really sure what it got done, but let's just take a look at the town one last time. It's a complete wreck. And a total American loss. I was almost out of units. The division was almost completely expended for this. Anyway, let's check out the stats. So a lot of these kills, I think our KD was a little closer. I think even I had a better KD. At the end, I like attack moved everything just for fun. I'm gonna add him as a friend for sure. And yeah, you see this M1A1 ACAV got a fair amount of kills. So did this one. I'm not really sure which one is which. They both did pretty well. Yeah, none of my units did that well. This helicopter did alright. This helicopter did pretty good. This M1 Abrams did pretty well. Yeah, just like not terrible stats for my units. I just like couldn't push it into like an actual strategic advantage. His artillery got lots of kills. Look at that. That's disgusting. This moto shoots and just completely destroyed so many things. Like I don't even know what to say about that. And yeah, definitely he had some good plays there. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. One more time, GG to Hoden Verstumelung, and if you guys like this kind of stuff, let me know what you think in the comments if you guys want. If you guys have any suggestions on how I should play better, also tell me, because I'm totally new to Warno. I think this is probably like my 16th or 17th game, 18th maybe, and I've won like 4 of those 18 games, so it's pretty grim. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one.